Yes, people, we're live. Instagram. It's the second one. This week we've got Grizzly on, so we'll give him 5 minutes to get on, and we'll go from there. So just ignore us for 5 minutes, and then as soon as Grizzly's on, we'll jump straight on.
You know what? I ain't saying shit, but I run up in this gap like a bailiff. I've got bills to pay, yeah, I've got rent. Plus next month's money's already spent. I feel stressed out, that must be evident. No comment, no evidence. I need the pound, not square down, I need the pence. I need this money so much, I can't see sense. Get a job, get a wrench. Gotta do what I gotta do to get the fucking silver edge. Gotta first need prevention. Stressed out, I feel the tension. But I know my intentions. Yeah, I know my intentions. Coming through the fucking door like a motherfucking Western move.
Boom.
You better run me the money before me dog and start to stray. Never find me a sister, I'm a die, your auntie, I stay. Them no confident talk, them confident to go the same. Take the walk, left the walk, you must be out of your brain. You better run me the money before me dog and start to stray. Never find me a sister, I'm a die, your auntie, I stay. Them no confident talk, them confident to go the same. Take the walk, left the walk, you must be out of your brain.
What's up? Let's get him on. Go live with Grizzly. Yes.
Yo, what's going on?
Good?
Yeah, man, I'm good, bro. How are you?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad.
How's things?
Yeah, all good. All good. Just getting back to normal now.
I hear you. It's been a long journey these last 6 months, isn't it?
It has.
I'm telling you, man.
As you can tell, I thought I'd give this a spin in the background.
Yeah, I heard it when I came in.
I was going to play Southside.
Oh, snap. You know, I heard Southside for a minute.
Have you not?
I've got it, but I haven't listened to it for a while.
Bricky.
Right, this is the first one I've done for you.
It was, man.
Yeah, it's the first one, yeah. I remember.
We got more to come. We got more.
Yeah, definitely. I need to finish that R&B one, I'm not going to lie.
You do, man, honestly.
I know.
Trying to tell people about it.
Yeah, do you know what, yeah? I go back and listen to it, I'm like, what does it need? Because I haven't grabbed it yet. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like one of them ones, you get the hook and it's like, how am I going to finish this? What am I going to do to finish this? You know what I mean? I want to make sure it hits properly. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, man, definitely. But as soon as you hear that hook, I was just like, yeah, that's the one.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Like, that extra bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, man. Right. Shall we get into it then?
Yeah, man. Let's go.
First off, obviously, this is Betsy.
What's going on?
Basically, where did it all begin?
Boy, you're taking it back. For me, music in general has kind of always been there. It's kind of always been there. Like it's been in the family and always been around music or around artists from I was like, I'd say 3-4 years old, those age groups there. But in terms of me personally starting music, it started from the playground in secondary school, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah?
Yeah, so it started from like 2002, 2003. Those times, they're like So Solid days and early grime stages, you know what I mean? Like Wiley, Nasty Crew, Roll Deep, all of that. So
Okay.
that's where it started for me, you know? But
where did like, the singing come from? Where did you start?
Do you know what? So when I say it's always been there from when I was young, like I used to sing when I was young, like when I was little. Like I sang like in the playground at school, in primary school. Me and my friends used to like do our own little concerts at playtime and stuff. And when I got older, my voice started to change. I couldn't sing no more. And then MCing was like the end thing, do you know what I mean? So that's where the MCing came from. But singing was always kind of been there. But over the years, I've kind of just practiced a little bit more or tried to sound a bit better, just kind of get into tune with my new tone, do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
but singing was there before rapping and MCing, so
Okay.
Where did the name Grizzly originate?
That weren't your original name, was it?
nah. So my original name was Big Bear.
Yeah.
And there was a couple of us in Brixton with like either Bear or Little Bear or Big Bear, and there was like it was all from like different sections like of Brixton, and some different areas of Brixton didn't get on with the other areas, and people were getting us confused and stuff. But my boy's brother, every time I went to his house, he used to go Grizzly every time I walked in the house, innit? So he used to call me Nah. He's like, "You're not Big Bear, you're the Grizzly Bears." And at that time, my facial hair was just starting to come through, and it was like I was trying to get facial hair, so he started calling me Grizzly Bear. And then there was a point where I was like, all right, cool, I'm going to change my name so there's no confusion. And that's where it just came. Grizzly was born from there.
Yeah, man. Fair enough.
But a lot of my earlier stuff was under Big Bear. Like a lot of my earlier like stuff that used to go around on Bluetooth recordings back in those days, they were all under the name Big Bear.
Sony Ericssons and...
Yeah, the Sony Ericsson days. I used to record the ringtones and that, yeah.
Yeah, man. What do you personally like to be known as? An MC? A rapper? What do you prefer? Like, if someone said to you, "I'm Grizzly, I'm a
artist."
An artist?
Yeah.
Do you MC or a rapper, or do you literally just say artist?
It depends, you know. Like a lot of people introduce me as an MC, but I always say I'm an artist, no matter what, because I'm not just in one box. I can rap, I can MC, I can do a bit of singing and so on. So
yeah.
So that's why I always say artist, because you can't put a box on an artist. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get that.
Okay. You had your album out, 33rd Degrees. 33rd
Yeah.
Degree. That now. Go get that. How's the response been for you? You happy with what's come out from it?
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with the response. Like, do you know, I don't anticipate major numbers like a lot of people.
Yeah.
But the songs that I wanted to connect are the ones that are connected. Do you know what I mean? And there, I think people are paying attention a little bit more after that one came out, especially because they had more time to listen. It was all in our houses. It's lockdown. Do you know what I mean? So a lot of people had time to take it in more, and kind of it's still being played now. Do you know what I mean? So it's not just died out. And I came with a few visuals as well. So.
Well, that's the next question. It was, did you plan to do videos for the tracks?
I plan to do, you know what? I plan to do 6 a.m. in the bricks. That's the one I planned to do. And the day I was meant to shoot that video, I was meant to get up, meet the video guy early in the morning to go and shoot the video at 6 a.m. in Brixton. And this whole lockdown thing kind of messed it all up. That's why I kind of ended up doing a lot of like other songs on the album and shooting them myself. That's why a lot of my videos you might see, there's not really much kind of areas in the video. It's just kind of in my house or in my garden or out the front or it's sitting in the car, do you know what I mean? But because of the whole lockdown, that kind of messed up a lot of plans. But 6 a.m. in the bricks was meant to be the first video and the leading track.
Yeah. Did you mind doing the videos from home?
Nah, do you know what? It gave me a new skill. It gave me a new skill because I've done a video myself before. A couple of years ago, I done a video called Nobodies, which I shot when I was on holiday in Grenada, and I edited on my phone using iMovie. But I've never really done my own video again after that. But being in lockdown to shoot a video and kind of play around with Final Cut Pro on my computer and learn new skills, it's kind of giving me another avenue. Do you know what I mean? So I can probably help someone else out with a video now because I've got that skill under my belt. So yeah.
Oh, fair play, man. No, they are, like I say, that you do what you can, I suppose, isn't it?
Exactly. You got to do what you can. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
make it work for you.
Yeah.
Your latest release was Vision.
Yeah, Vision, yeah.
back in July. How's that been for you? Happy with that?
Vision's doing all right. It's moving up slowly. It's on I think it's on one or two like small playlists. I got a remix to that coming out soon.
Okay.
That's gonna be that's got some original Grime members on there from like original early South London Grime members.
Okay.
I'm waiting for one verse from another artist, and then that's gonna be coming out soon as I get that back. And then, but it's doing all right. It wasn't one I planned to drop this year.
Mm.
I was like, I needed to drop something, and everything I was kind of saying in it was kind of relevant to what's happening right now. So I thought to myself, there's no point waiting until when it's the stuff I'm talking about is not relevant. So but that's got a decent response.
Mm.
So we're getting that as an exclusive, yeah, the remix, yeah?
Yeah. When that's finished and mixed, I'll send that out to you, man. Come on.
Good. Forward to that.
Well, obviously, I know that you can jump on most genres.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But would you find yourself more comfortable on?
Do you know of lately? Yeah, I'm finding myself more comfortable in drill.
Yeah.
Yeah, drill or rap again. Like grime at the moment. Grime is still my main thing, but a lot of grime beats I'm getting at the moment that either sound the same or they're not making me kind of push my writing abilities. But I feel like with drill, even though drill's very similar to grime, I feel like I flow a bit easier on it.
Yeah.
And I can do some different stuff on it to what's different to other drill artists. And then rap as well. I've been listening to a lot of rap again recently, so I think I'm gonna start writing some more raps. Because you guys are probably the only ones that get hip hop out of me, you know. Like, you don't really hear hip hop on none of my CDs. You might get like a in between kind of R&B hip hoppy kind of thing, but you're not gonna get a full hip hop track from me on none of my releases. You guys are the only ones that's got like full hip hop tracks on me. So.
Yeah, you see?
Try to get out of people somehow.
Exactly. I've tried making grime, it ain't happening.
No. Grime's different. You have to with grime. You have to have you have to have the right mind to go in and make grime straight away. Like if it doesn't come to you straight away, you'll be doing the same loop over and over for hours, and you just get fed up with it.
Yeah, exactly. You see, with hip hop, I just literally sit down and it's just like, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. It's second nature to you.
Exactly. Obviously, like I say, we've worked on a couple of bits together.
Yeah.
But what would you say is the best or easiest collab you've ever done? Like you've just walked in or you've sent something to someone and it's just gone click.
Rise up and done them.
Yeah?
The song with me and Nasty Jack.
Mm.
I think that was the easiest, the quickest, and the most song that was received the quickest as well. Because like, we were meant to do a song for ages, and we were like in a little WhatsApp group and stuff, and I got the beat, and I said, I've got a beat for you. I sent it to him Monday. Tuesday morning, he sent me back his verse with the parts. I recorded my verse when I came back from work that evening, sent it out to a couple of DJs, and on Wednesday it was on BBC One Extra.
Oh, wow.
It was on Cyan Anderson's show. Like, I woke up with my phone popping, like tweets going off, like being retweeted. I was like, what's this? And I realized my song was being played on One Extra. I was like, raw. And then I think, that was probably the easiest, quickest, and probably like the most received collab I've ever done.
Yeah. We last interview was with Ricardo Williams.
Yeah.
Saying one song takes him, what do you say, 3-4 days? Mm-hmm. I know he's a singer, but do you find it obviously easier to record being an MC, or do you know what I mean? Is it flow easier?
It depends, you know. It depends, because I can probably knock out a song in probably a day. Yeah. Like knock out a song in like a few hours, but obviously the mixing part and that kind of stuff, I do it all myself. That takes a little bit longer. But I think as a rapper or MC, it's probably easier than a singer-songwriter. Because a singer there's layers to it. There's a lot more layers to it, more than, with us, like we've got our main vocal track, we've got a couple of doubles, couple stabs, and then that's it. With like singers, you got to have your harmonies, you got to have 3 layers maybe to the main, and then you got to arrange it. It's a bit different, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can understand why it might take 3-4 days for like a song like that, because when you mix that as well, you have to make sure every vocal is in a different space. Where when it comes to rap, it's centered left and right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. What's your process? Do you write to beat? Do you write your lyrics yourself and then find a beat to match it, or do you speak to a producer and find out what you want from him, or how's it work?
I normally write to a beat, so like that's what I do. So if someone sends me a beat, if it catches me and I'll get like a quick 4-bar in my head, then I'll continue writing to it. Sometimes I might jot something down a cappella in my head, or I might be just like walking around the house or doing something in the house and something comes to me and I'll write it down, but then I have to find a beat for it. But a lot of songs that I've done, I've either gone on one beat and then come out on a different beat, but something similar to it. But I normally write to the beat that I'm gonna put out normally.
Yeah, yeah. Is there anybody you want to work with that you'd love to just work with? It could be like the biggest, they could be dead or alive.
Do you know what? If it came to, when I have to put this in categories, so if it came to like the UK,
yeah,
I'd want to work with Nole.
Okay, yeah.
Trillery Banks as well, she's cold.
Which is this episode, man, that tune, wow.
Yeah, which one?
I can't think what it is now.
Is it the latest one she just done called Keisha?
Wait, Sarah Jane.
Oh yeah, that tune is cold.
Stardom.
Yeah. And then I don't know, in terms of like male artists, I'd probably like to work with Gigs one day.
Yeah.
As a UK artist, probably Wretch Free too. And then on a big scale, it would have to be my ultimate one. It'd have to be 50 Cent, to be honest. That's like my one of my biggest, like my favorite rappers.
You notice that?
He's in the background. He's my favorite. He's like my favorite artist. Like I follow like everything he does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From the day I first heard him to now, I don't care what people say about him and saying, "Oh, his music ain't hitting no more." I will still listen to his stuff because like he just kind of embodied everything that I want to do. I want to do like I want to be like big like that and have the different business ventures and stuff like that. So it's someone to look to.
Yeah.
And he's a troll. I like he makes me laugh. You know what I mean? So,
you realise like #1 fans right here,
yeah. Nah, I've been listening to 50 from like one of my cousins like years ago when he came over from America. He came over with a load of 50 Cent mixtapes. This was before Get Rich Die Trying, so like Die Over Soldier, all those mixtapes and stuff. And that's when I first heard him, and I was like, yeah, this guy's cold.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I thought Yayo would have made it bigger, but Yayo's still got a street mentality.
Yeah. Who do you think's the best one in G Unit? For me,
Banks.
I think
Yeah, Banks. Yeah, Lloyd Banks.
100%.
I think with Lloyd Banks, he just didn't push himself as much as he could have after that first album.
Yeah.
He got lazy. Lazy.
Yeah. They just expected 50 to do everything for him, wasn't it?
Exactly.
And said that as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Fair enough. What was the last CD you actually bought? CD.
Oh, physical CD.
Physical CD. None of this digital download.
What?
Physical.
It could be 5 years ago, or yeah.
A physical CD. I haven't bought a physical CD in a long time, but then.
What do you remember going into the shop, picking up and going, I've got it in my hand?
Or ordering.
That's a hard one. Oh snap! I think the last time I actually bought a CD, I was probably, when was it, like probably 2005.
Wow.
And that's actual physical though. Everything else has been digital since then. Like the actual physical CD, I would say, what was it? I swear it was the Curtis album. I bought a physical of that. Yeah. I think that's the last time I actually bought a physical of like from a shop. But like I'll give like if I see rappers and I think like and I've heard of them before and I'm in a position to, I'll probably give like a rapper on the street like a couple quid or whatever, take a CD. I don't really have a CD player. My Max doesn't have one, but everything's digital on my computer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, physical CD would probably be a Curtis CD. Yeah.
CD collection, literally all of them are still wrapped up.
Oh snap! You know what? Yeah, like it's been. But when it comes to like buying physical CDs, like it's hard now because like a lot of places don't stock a lot of stuff no more as well. HMV's like only got a couple of stores around the place, you know what I mean? So it's like unless someone's physically got their CD and they're selling it to you now, everything's digital.
Yeah, that's it. Last one, I managed to get one of Eminem's latest album.
Yeah.
I got CD, but I think they're only like a limited edition now, aren't they?
Which one was that? Which one was the last one? Not Kamikaze.
Yeah.
There's one after that, right?
He just drops them, didn't he? Can't think
Yeah,
what
he
it was.
just randomly drops them now, innit? Yeah.
I'm sure it's Music to Be Murdered By, and I'd say
Yeah, it was that one. It was that one. It was Music to Be Murdered By.
I think Devlin's last album was the last one.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, I think.
So, do you know what I mean? It's when they give them away, I'm on that.
Yeah.
How hard was it for you to do music during lockdown?
It weren't hard at all.
No?
It weren't hard at all. Look, I've got everything here. Do you know what I mean?
Like, do you normally record at home? Would you go studio or?
No, everything I've ever recorded is at home.
All at home?
Everything. Every release you've ever heard from me has all come from my house. I've recorded from home. Yeah, so I do go to other studios, but it's very rare. A lot of the time, it's self-done. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But so it's kind of easy for me. If I felt I had an idea, I could just go and turn everything on and do it myself. Do you know what I mean? So. Yeah.
Well, that gets rid of this question because I was going to say, what's it like being in the studio with Grizzly?
Do you know? But even if you was in the studio with me here, like it's a vibe. Do you know what I mean? We will find a vibe once we've got the tune we're going to do as well. It'll be a vibe. Yeah. I think when I'm in editing mode, I'm a little bit more serious. Like, but yeah, it's a vibe, man.
What would you say is your biggest musical achievement so far?
My biggest musical achievement. Do you know what? I think it's a while ago, but I'd probably say Opening for Gets.
Okay.
And that was in Camden. That was a few years back, but I think that was a big achievement for me. Do you know what I mean? It was there's a lot of smaller artists on the bill, but like to be the person that goes on just before Gets comes on and closes the show, I think that was quite a good achievement for me.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah.
I'm Brian, I know Gets.
Yeah.
Okay, that's big in my opinion. That's pretty massive.
Yeah.
Went to see Devlin, me and Betsy, and Gets come out with Devlin.
Yeah.
Of course, like hairs were standing up in my arms and everything. He's standing there going, "All right."
No, but do you know what? Gets as a performer, when he performs, like the energy he brings is like crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. Right. Should we do it?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
We'll leave it for the moment.
Okay.
We went for the CDs and digital. What are the last three things you played on your Spotify/Apple Music play?
Last three things I played. And it can't be what? It can't be me, did you say? No, it'll be Dutch Avelli's song, Black. Hold on, I got the list. Hold on. Dutch Avelli, it would have been Manga's new song with Footsie, Dumping Again. And what's the name of it? I don't even know the name of it. It came on randomly. What's that song that you played to me the other day? It's a Miss Banks, Novikov. Miss Banks' new song, Novikov. Those are the last three songs that played on my Spotify.
Okay.
Other than that, it's podcasts. Yeah. Say again?
What podcasts do you listen to?
Chalk and Cheese. That's with DJ C6, White Yardie, Dizzle the Comedian, and Kane Brown, and Christopher Savage, and then Chucky's podcast as well, the Half Past podcast. Those are really good. I've heard a lot about Joe Budden's one. I haven't listened to it yet, but I've started following it today.
I dipped in and out of that every now and again. But
then, again, you dipping out of it?
I listen every now and again to it, but it's Joe Budden. He's gone from a massive thing when he came out with that debut album.
Yeah.
Like, to then kind of being with like Aftermath, and then now just a podcast person. Yeah.
But you know what? He's like the biggest. He's like in that world. Yeah, it's like I think he's found a lane he's comfortable in now. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely, and he does that little bit of controversy with it as well.
Yeah.
Controversy brings up like views and people's opinions, and everyone starts ranking.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't care.
No. Okay, he gets money for it.
Exactly. That's it.
Okie dokie. Right, we're going to go on to a quick fire round.
Okay.
Where I've written down because I was
Come on, eh?
Ah, no, on page. Right, okay, you ready for this? Quick fire, yeah?
Okay.
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
No.
Apple or Android?
Apple.
Wiley or Dizzy Rascal?
Wiley.
Biggie or Tupac?
Biggie.
Tea or coffee?
T.
Nike,
Nike.
cats or dogs?
Cats.
Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Okay.
Like you
Okay.
that side. On your side.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll say that all day long.
What's future plans? Next 6 months, next year? What's the story for Grizzly? What are we doing?
Just working on some singles, you know. Just gonna work on some singles. I'm not actually focused on any project at the moment. I've got a few ideas probably in my head that I want to work on. Because I feel like every project what I've put out has kind of ended in a certain way. So I'll probably, if I do work on that project, it might be back on my grind part 3. I normally space them out when I do those projects like AWOL. I haven't done an AWOL Volume 3 yet, which was like my first big CD. But there's a couple projects I want to kind of do a third chapter to. Do you know what I mean? But at the moment, it's just, singles and just trying to network. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to build up like a bit more following on like the social networks and just kind of stay kind of building that fan base. But singles, man. Nothing majorly in particular at the moment. But Vision singles, Vision remix is going to come soon. That's probably going to be the next thing to come out.
Okay. And what are you looking for next year when all of this Corona's gone? Are you looking to get on stage, shows?
Back on performing, back on performing. I haven't performed for a while, so back on performing. My last show I done was in, I think it was November. Oh,
okay.
That was down in Peckham.
How's the buzz when you do it? Do you get goose pimples and all that?
It was a good. Do you know what? It was my first performance in a while as well, so it was like I was a bit nervous and stuff, but they received me well, man. They received me well. There's a lot of people kind of similar genres or kind of in between what I do as well. So the 3 songs I performed as well kind of fitted in. But I do. With me, I get mad nervous, and then halfway through, say the first song, then I kind of get into my element. But the first part of my performances are always a little bit shaky, so that's something I need to kind of work on as well. But
I must say, your track fronting, I must have had on.
Yeah.
I must have had that on repeat for at least a week. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what? That was. I made the beat for that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made the beat for that, and I was like, I done it, and I was like, orchestra. We was meant to do a song since like 2013. We've been always saying, let's do a song. Say again.
And the one that mainly produces orchestra, is that?
Yeah, orchestra artists, so we was meant to do a song for years. We've been saying it back and forth on Facebook and Twitter for years, and I sent him a couple songs and he was like, yeah, that one, I'll jump on that one, and he done it. And it was just coming to be both of us as well, but I thought to myself, nah, this needs a female on it as well to answer what we're saying. And then that came about through Twitter. I put it out there, like, I need a female vocalist, and then someone recommended Lots, sent her the song, she done her recording, she sent it back to me, and it done well. Yeah, that done pretty well. That was on a few playlists in America and got like a couple thousand plays in like 2 days. Yeah,
no, that is a big track, that one. And then
thank you.
On the Focused album.
Yes.
Obviously, obviously I produced a track on there, but
yeah.
What was your favourite track on that album?
Focused album. I think my favourite track on there would have been Jim.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was my favourite track because it was like the first one I fully produced for it as well. I made the beat and I just banged it out like throughout the whole day, like dropped my kids to school in the morning, went back home, finished the beat and it's recorded. And that was like one of the first songs I'd finished for there. That and Stay Winning were the first 2 I finished off that album. But yeah, Jim, I'd say my favourite. Again, Rise Up and Done Them's on there, but that came out 2 years prior to the album as a single. But I put it on there just to kind of fit it in there as a bonus track.
Yeah. I've done that a few times.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean with that. Well,
but yeah, with Hungry though, but with your song that you produced, right? That I had that beat for like gave me that beat like 2 years ago.
Years, yeah.
Like 2 years before it came out, and I had like, I don't think I even had that originally on the beat. I had the chorus, but I had 2 versions to that song. I've got the second version somewhere on my hard drive. But I had the
hook.
Yeah.
That was, and then I just kept it aside because obviously I thought, well, he's done a hook. You never know if it's back to it or.
Yeah, and then I went back. I remember doing the verse, but then when I realized I was like, I couldn't get the second verse like for ages. I said, you know what? Let me try a different song on it. So I recorded a whole different song on it, but you haven't heard that one. And then I said, no, Hungry is the one. And then I threw it into the same WhatsApp group that's got like a lot of us in there, a lot of like artists in there. And Snowy was like, yeah, I'll jump on it. So I said to Snowy done it and sent it. And then, yeah, that was a wrap.
Yeah, man.
But that beat, people don't know that. You sent me that beat like probably 2 years prior to the song coming out. Do you know what I mean?
I'd say that beat's probably 7 years old now.
Man, that's crazy. But that's the same with Southside as well. Southside, I had it. It took me a while to get it, but I've got what I needed on it. Do you know what I mean? Because you just sent me that probably about a year before I gave it back to you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
He would have been cursing you.
No. See, when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it, but I'm not gonna give you something half-hearted.
No, that's it. I mean, we've got you done jumped on that verse for Confusion.
Yeah.
You're on the new album that I've got, the Cypher.
Yeah.
You've got the feature you've done for me for Enhance.
Yeah.
Back, I'm telling you, we're just trying to get him in the studio, finish his album. Obviously, he hasn't been in yet, but
yeah,
that track I think is going to be the lead single from it.
The one I sent you back, the last one.
That one. Yeah, man.
Okay.
I can see. You might be getting a shout for a video, I think.
I say no more. Say no more.
Because I think
that's track, calm.
Yeah, definitely, it's going to be one of the biggest ones, I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's wicked. That's wicked. I'm glad I could put my input there and do what I could do, man.
Yeah, because he's obviously a rapper, a proper conscious rapper. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's a bit wary about. He gets a bit wary about sending his stuff out.
Yeah.
Like to other artists to feature on because he's very, you know. And you come back with a person. He literally rang me within 5 minutes and went, "Bro, we've got one straight away."
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, wicked. That's the thing. Like a lot of people, right? I think a lot of people sometimes are kind of scared to approach me to jump on some track because they think I'm just grime and I'm greasy all the time and da. But there's many different layers to me. Do you know what I mean? When you hear the grime stuff, that is stuff that like either I've been through, I've grown up, I've seen, but I'm an adult now. I can still tap into the adult side of things, and I do read and I do educate myself. So what you're rapping about, I can rap about too. It's just that this is the lane I was always in, this is the lane I'm kind of sticking to. But there's many layers to me. So a lot of artists, I think, are scared to ask me to jump on a kind of positive song or jump on like maybe an R&B song, maybe an Afrobeat song or something like that because they think he's just a grime guy. No, there's many layers to me, man.
I think that gets lost a lot when you class yourself as grime. I think it kind of people don't realise that you're an artist essentially.
Exactly.
So you mould yourself to something else, but add
exactly.
And that change. We were just talking about a track beforehand, and I said to him, it needs a rapper on it with a singer, and you can do that. You're not just a grime artist, and I think people do forget that when they listen to grime. You think, okay, well that's it.
But you know what? I think I think I don't know what your opinion is, but I think a lot of grime artists are actually better rappers than some rappers.
Yeah.
Because they know how to change tempo. Like they won't get lost in the BPMs because they start at a higher BPM, so they can slow it down and they know how to play with words to make them fit in and make multiple similes and stuff like that. So they can do that. Where a lot of rappers probably, if you try to turn to jump on like 140, they're gonna rap at a slower pace. They're not gonna try and keep up to the beat. Do you know what I mean? It's harder for them to do grime where we can kind of go back and forth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Who would you say is your favourite artist ever?
In what genre though?
Do you reckon you'd say 50 Cent?
If we're looking at hip hop, I would say yeah.
Yeah.
If we're looking at hip hop, yeah. But if we're talking about musical idol,
yeah,
it'll probably have to be Beanie or Bounty Killer. One of those two.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like ever.
Yeah.
Like my god brothers in the comments saying me.
Did you checking out the verses? I'm assuming you checked out
The Beanie and Bat. Yeah, I watched that live. Watched it live.
Good?
Yeah, I think it was good. I think it was dope. It was
Have
dope.
you other ones?
Say again?
Seen any of the other ones?
I watched the Snoop and DMX one.
Yeah.
That was legendary.
Yeah, it was.
I watched the Kurt Franklin one as well, you know.
Okay.
That was alright. It was good vibes, it was positive energy and stuff. But then I tried to watch the 112 one. 112 it kept cutting in and out, so I couldn't really get into it.
They were Nelly and Ludacris, wasn't it?
That wasn't Versus, that was something different. I think that's something else. Yeah. Those I think those were the main ones I watched. Those three are the main ones I actually watched.
That Snoop DMX, like you say, that's being a hip hop head, that was legendary.
Yeah, it was because when I watched it, because I didn't watch the Snoop DMX one live, but I watched it the next morning, and like just going through it, it was like these songs like bring back memories. You know what I mean? And like DMX was kind of out when I was in like my mid-secondary school.
Yeah.
So when these albums were coming out, and I was like, I'm actually getting into hip hop. That's who I'd listen to DMX. You know what I mean? I'd listen to a bit of Mobb Deep, or do you know what I mean? So.
Who would you like to see do a versus?
Would
you like to see 50 Cent and Ja Rule?
It would. Do you know what? I would like to see it. But I know it would never happen. Do you know what I mean? But I think where Ja Rule leaves off his career is where 50 takes off the career. So it's like he's battling kind of two different kind of generations kind of thing. Because when 50 took over, Ja Rule basically died. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, what has he got to combat some of the songs from Massacre, apart from 100 Guns, 100 Clips, New York? Like, it's the only song he's really got what came out, which was kind of hard body after 50 Cent came and took over. Do you know what I mean? But if you're looking at kind of like, they were meant to go song for song, R&B, or kind of songs for girls, that kind of stuff, it would be a tight one. It would be, because Ja Rule, when he was popping before 50 Cent, he was popping. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it would be good to see that still.
Your godson's stoking some fire there.
He said Ja Rule would win.
Oh, dear.
50 is my artist. 50 is definitely my artist.
Yeah. What do you think to all this Nas Jay-Z stuff? Because that's the big
of them doing the verses.
Apparently.
Really?
Apparently, but I can't. Because they don't like each other. They're not. The thing
is, right. If they done the verses, there's gonna be so many rules to it where it would kind of be pointless.
Yeah.
Because their main beef was the ethers and the super uglies and that kind of stuff, and those songs they're not allowed to play them. They wouldn't be allowed to play them because Nas doesn't play that song anymore towards like Jay-Z, and Jay-Z won't play any songs towards Nas. It's like they're gonna have to actually go off of their hits that built them.
Yeah.
And kind of, instead of kind of like their feud. I think it would be good as well. It would be good, but I think overall, I think Jay-Z would take it, even though I like Nas is a better rapper.
Yeah.
But I think Jay-Z would take it just because of like his stardom, like his level of success. Do you know what I mean?
What about UK? Who would you like to see?
UK versus
like Dizzy versus Wiley or something.
That's pointless. That's in my mind. That's pointless. Dizzy doesn't have enough grime to go back to back with Wiley.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're talking about including all their hits, including like pop songs, it would be good. Dizzy might take you in the pop lane, but I think a lot of people be on Wiley's side anyway in terms of music. But in terms of UK, I think I'd like to see Kano go against someone like Wretch.
That's
generations as well.
Do you know, it's two different generations, but they're both, when it comes to like MCing, they got wordplay. Yeah. And when it comes to their songs, they got like strong songs. So I'd like to see them two actually go head to head on the verses.
Would you ever do it?
Would I do a verses? Yeah, yeah, I think I would,
Yeah.
but I don't know who I'd go against. I've got a lot of music. That's the thing about it. I've got a lot of music, but then I haven't got a lot of music that I'd say that everyone knows in that aspect. Say, oh, this brings back a memory to someone. But if it was just meant to be like me and someone going back to back, song for song, yeah, I think I could do that. I think I could go on for a few hours in terms of how much songs I got. So yeah,
Yeah, man.
but I don't know who I'd go against though.
No. That's always the thing. Cause I done one, but the thing was, it was against a guy that had tracks from 2007.
Yeah.
So I've obviously stuff.
Yeah.
And it just went a bit.
Was that the one I watched? Was that the one I watched? Yeah.
Yeah, it's I say more with the lesser known artists, like us, unsigned artists like ourselves. It's a lot harder, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to do, but we'll see. Sixth Floor versus Grizzly. Do I get to have Hungry?
No.
I think we'd have to split the one down the middle. I know. Do you know? You could have my verse. I'll play Snowy's verse. I like Snowy's verse.
That would be a good one.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Been good to catch up, man.
No, it's been a pleasure, man. It's been a pleasure.
No, thanks for coming on and doing this with us. You know, it's only our second time we've done one, so
yeah,
we're just building as we speak and get more artists, and who knows, next year we'll get you back on and we'll see where you're at. See where we're at.
Yeah, definitely, man. Come on. I'm always here. You know, I'm always here.
Yeah, man.
Message me anytime, anything you need, just give me a shout, man.
Yeah, man. Nice one. I appreciate that. Anything you want to promote?
Just look out for Vision Remix coming soon. Vision's out now on Spotify and Apple Music, Tidal, Amazon, Grand Flows 2. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
Yeah. All right, man. No, like I say, I appreciate you coming on, and you know, look after yourself, and we'll be in touch, man.
Take care of yourself as well, man.
Cheers,
Thank you for having me. Thank you, bro. Take care.